Shalom. First thing foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Yours in the gospel of God, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just an open transit, Salakia. I'm eating something. But this is an open transit. Just kind of meditating on things through the spirit. Many trials and tribulations that we go through in this faith. Bearing our cross, dealing with certain things. You know, we all have a cross to bear in this faith. Because how can you be proven worthy if you're not tried in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man? Alright? So us as men, women that actually believe, because believe it or not, it's not a lot of believers, man. You got people that claim they believe but that don't believe. That's the case. They want to teach false doctrines and perverted doctrines. You got some men that's literally faking the funk. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the real true believers and followers will prevail, okay? Because the scriptures say that the hour of temptation is going to put the whole world. You see? So with that being said, the Lord said, he who not, roughly paraphrasing it, he must bear his cross. You got to bear your burdens, man. You got to bear your burdens, whether you're a man or woman in his faith, because the scriptures say that gold is tried in the furnace of adversity. So you sisters, you brothers, you may be going through things with your spouses or whatever it may be, you know, and you got to deal with it, man, because the Lord had to deal with things. He had to deal with things that, you know, ultimately the average person didn't want to deal with. Getting spat at, getting crucified, ultimately, which is the most excruciating and humiliating death for any man. Okay? Excruciating pain. Sickness, illnesses, man. Allergies and shit, you know, in the body. Like I'm coming down with seasonal allergy code because I'm working with this dickhead of a coworker, man, and I'm gonna complain that I don't want to work with this guy no more because I told him not to smoke around me, you know, and he doesn't do it in the truck, but he does it outside the truck, which is fine. I can't stop anybody from doing what they want to do outside. But the fact when you smoking, don't come near me, man. Every time he smokes, I have to get away because it fucks with my throat and my respiratory, man. It feels like I got asthma or some shit. It's just an allergy. When you get older, your body starts to, you know, break down different. So now, if I smell smoke or vape, and he's real musty, he stinks, by the way, he's Edomite, so that's another thing too. So I kind of was complaining about that, like, look, man, y'all gotta put me with somebody else if y'all want me to be productive. But it's just things like that you have to endure, little petty ass, little nuisances and irritants in the spirit, you know, we have to deal with. So if you brothers and you sisters out there are dealing with things, you gotta bear your cross, man. You know, some of you women, you got unbelieving husbands and stuff like that. You can't let that be a burden in your faith and your walk, because, you know, that's what the Lord chose to pair you up with. Now, with a man, it's different, because if a man leaves his wife, he can also other wife, whatever. But you stay single. Some men just don't. Tips are so fucked up nowadays to the point you don't want to deal with nobody, man, because it's the same bullshit, man. But a man is not supposed to put away his wife for another woman. That's off, okay? So you can't leave your woman because you want to be with another woman. She's a demon, and she pleased to deal with you, and your spirit can bear it, and you got to deal with her, man. You know, but if she's to the point that it's hindering your walk and you can't deal with it no more, then you got to say, fuck that bitch, man. Let her go and do her own fucking thing, man, and don't look back, okay? But you could still remarry as a man, because you're not under the law of anybody but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're married to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But if a woman is married to a man and he put her away, or if she walks away from him and breaks up with him, then she can't remarry anybody else because she's still under the law of her husband. Okay, she's not freed from the law because he's still alive. Now when he dies off, whether he's a wicked 2/3 Jake or whatever it may be, he don't convert over, then, you know, once he passes over to the spirit world, then she's freed from the law of that man. Okay, that doesn't mean you sisters go plotting shit on your husbands because you don't like them. Well, you have to think about it, man. You know, each person go through their own things, and those are the men you choose to lay down with, man. So it's basically, you know, you got to deal with that shit, you know, because we understand that it's wicked as men. Like what was the account in the scriptures? I believe it was what's this guy's name? I forgot his name, but he was wicked, and the Lord basically took him out and gave his wife to David. Okay, because she was actually promised to him, but she was married to another man. I think it was not Nicanor, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Slock, if I'm off. Nicanor, it may have been him, but I believe he had a wife that was like righteous, so to speak, and he was wicked as all hell. And the Lord took his ass out, and I believe that she became a wife of David's, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go back and read the account, Slocky, if I'm off. But you have instances like that in the scriptures too, man, that the Lord does things. So you got to be patient, man. You know, you got to be patient to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, ask him to guide your steps, man. You know, always, you know, asking the Lord for counsel. The scriptures say before you do anything, seek wise counsel. Like a lot of times when we went to war, we sought counsel because we had to know we seek counsel with Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man. You know, so yeah, man. It's a difficult thing, but like I said, this is all a test. It's all for the betterment of our nation. Okay, because hey, you got some wicked ass Jakes out here. I'm just calling straight. You got some wicked, evil niggas in this truth, man. Okay, you got a lot of wicked, evil Jakes, man. I know they Israelites. They don't give a fuck about you or anybody else. They only care about themselves, man. That's why the Lord said, hey, roughly paraphrasing, man. The Lord said that judgment is going to start in the house of Israel first. Okay, because if Jake isn't believing, then what about the ones that don't believe? How much more repentance is into them? None. Okay, so you have to understand that the Lord is going to do everything in due time, man. All right, because that's his divine will. So we can't force the hand of Yahweh. We can pray and hasten, ask the Most High to hasten the day, but that's all we can do. Okay, other than that, we don't have the power to move time and to make the prophecy speed up. We just don't. You know, we got to wait on the Most High, man, because he said, wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey. Okay, so always keep that in mind, man. You know, we can pray and ask the Lord to move things around for us, and if it's will, he would do it. If not, then hey, just got to keep pushing. You know, keep pushing and keep having faith, because at the end of the day, it's all about your faith, man. It's all about your faith, because scripture say faith without works is dead. Okay. So with that being said, brothers, man, stay diligent, stay on the course. You sisters out there, stay faithful, man. You know, the Lord, you're right with the Lord. The Lord has seen you a husband, man. But if you plotting wickedness, then the Lord will deal with you on that. You know, he'll deal with you, because I can get it. Some of you women, you do want righteous men. Like us as men, we want righteous women, but that's not how it works. It makes sense that, like, well, why won't the Lord pair me up with a righteous woman or a righteous man? Well, because you got to bear your cross, man. You know, that's part of the affliction. It's part of the curse. In the kingdom, everybody will be righteous, the Israelites rather. But that's part of your cross you got to bear, man. You got to bear it. Yahweh Shai did it. We got to do it. You might not like certain things that happen to us in life, but you ultimately be patient and you grow from it. Pray on it, fast on it, and ask the Lord to guide you in the right direction. Because hey, the Lord say, hey, pray. It says you don't receive when you ask, because you don't ask, man. You know, ask and you should receive. Ask and it should be given it to you. You know, pray for more spiritual knowledge, man. You know, pray for more spiritual understanding, more guidance, more tranquility. You know, more faithfulness. You know, Jake, don't be praying for no big booty bitch at the club, man. You know what I'm saying? If you Jakes, need some skins or whatever, man, the Lord may throw you a bone here and there, and so be it. But ultimately, man, you need to be praying about what can you do to stay grounded in this opportunity that we've given. Because believe it or not, brothers, as tedious as this truth can be, it can be very tedious, man. But any job can be that will amount to something. It can be a very tedious walk. But this is the tediousness that I would rather deal with before I deal with being destroyed. Because it ain't worth catching a missile over your flesh, man. That's why the scriptures say that the spirit it says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. Okay, and they warred against one another because your flesh really wants to do this, man. You know, your spirit really wants you to go right. Your flesh want to say go left. Your flesh want to say, man, nah, fuck this shit. You know, I want to kick it on a Saturday night Shabbat. Because them Shabbats, it's like, honestly, man, it's like, it'd be a Monday, Tuesday Shabbat, then it'd be Wednesday, Thursday, then it'd be Friday, Saturday Shabbat, Saturday, Sunday Shabbat, Saturday, Sunday Shabbat, Saturday, Sunday Shabbat, Friday to Saturday Shabbat, Sunday to Monday Shabbat. It's like every 3 months we in a weekend Shabbat, man. You know what I'm saying? And it could be very tempting because, you know, the weather's getting nice. You know, you may have things you want to do. You know, you want to kick it. You want to chill. You know, you want to just have some type of freedom and leisure to do as you want to do. Because that's your flesh, man. And all the time, Jake will make excuses to indulge in their flesh, man. That's why the scriptures say, hey, we don't use the law of liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, man. You don't use it to sin. Yeah, Yahushua forgave us, but you don't just deliberately go out. You don't just deliberately break the Shabbat. Well, Saturday night Shabbat, all of a sudden you want to go turn up at the club. No, that's not the right thing to do, man. You know, just chill out and meditate, because this truth is all about sacrificing things that you dearly like. And sacrifice can be a hard thing. That's why it's called a sacrifice. Sacrifice means to give up something dearly. How you think the Most High felt when he gave up Yahushua and put him on the cross? You know, when the Lord didn't deliver him off the cross. How do you think that the Most High himself felt sacrificing his son that he knew was perfect? You see, though Yahushua paid for his past sins, as Adam, okay, Solomon, etc. Nonetheless, when he came as Yahushua, he done the law perfect. Counted him righteous because he didn't break one law. And at that time, you still had a Levitical priesthood set up, so Yahushua was able to do what he had to do. Versus in this day and age, in no way in hell Yahushua would be able to keep that law perfectly, man, because we don't have a Levitical priesthood set up on his side. Okay, that's why he was the ultimate high priest, man, and he conquered death, and we must conquer it too, man. You know, following Big Brother's footsteps, because it's all about overcoming, bros. All about overcoming. You know, when you women, you have to overcome too. You're gonna be tried too. You're gonna be tested with the MOTB too. Okay, all right, you sisters out there that got men in the Lord, and then you in the world. Hey, it's gonna come a time that you're gonna have to fall in line, or you're gonna get left behind. You know, because we ain't dealing with no foolishness. Here come all hell breaking loose, man. All of a sudden, you women want to get on the bandwagon. Oh, well, you know, I want to be wicked all the way up until the last moment. You got people that think like that. You know, well, I'm going to be a demon to this man all the way up to the middle. I'm going to put my job before him and, you know, everybody else before him and do what I want to do. Until the doors start kicking in and the sky starts falling and all types of inclement and hell breaking loose. You got a purge on every block in this damn fucking society, man. That's when she's like, I should have listened to you. Nah, nigga. Go out there and fight that motherfucking purge, man. Because you women got a duty too. You know, you can't just sit up here and be cute. You got to do things too. You got to support the ministry. You got to pray. You got to fast. You know, you got to ask the Lord for forgiveness. This ain't just a man's effort, man. You know, in the world, it's all about the man. It's all about the man and the truth. When ain't no responsibility is being, when all the responsibility is being put on us, then that's when y'all look back, well, I'm a woman. Nah, okay, if you were a woman, then you would shut the fuck up. Like a woman's supposed to, man. You know, you speak when you're spoken to. You don't talk out of turn. That's a lot of you problem. You talk too goddamn much. You don't know when to shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to come to a time that the Lord going to start stopping this brutish ass behavior. You know, speaking out of turn. You women that got brothers in this faith, man, that's cutting up. I ain't got to listen to you. You ain't nobody. All right, well, you keep telling them that. Keep telling yourself that ain't nobody. When the Lord raised this man up with that spiritual power, dead and healing people, and you don't get healed, then you're going to be looking I'm your woman. Nah, you ain't my woman. You was just a fucking thorn in my side that I finally was able to get the fuck out. You know, and that's gonna be a lot of case for you women out there, man. That ain't right in the spirit. You gonna get plucked up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And you women that claim you believe, man, y'all don't follow the example of these worldly women. You got women in the faith that's still worldly as hell. You know, taking pictures and Snapchatting and all this other dumb shit, man. Y'all can't be doing that. You know, can't be doing that. Y'all gotta be modest, man. You know, that's why it says adorn themselves in modest apparel, man. Okay? Keeping your conversations in the heavens, man. You know, yeah, we know it get hard. You know, we all get tempted to do things that ain't right for us, but you know, you gotta ask yourself who you fear. How about you, how shy, or do you fear yourself? And my question is, I fear you. How about you, how shy? So it's just certain things I'm just not gonna do. You know, yeah, I may go off here and there and do little uncircumspect shit unknowingly, or you know, Jake try to straddle the fence, but overall, I ain't, man, hell no. I'm not doing nothing that's gonna put my salvation in jeopardy. At least I hope I won't. You know, I ain't gonna fuck with a brother's wife or fuck with his possessions or hinder his growth in his faith and negate him and shut up. Hell nah, man. Lord, to fuck your ass up for that. You know, and a lot of you brothers out there too, man. You have to take into consideration that you dealing with young men. You have young men around you, so you have to be very careful in what you say and how you do, man. Because once they see you do it, you gonna do it, man. All right. Once they see you do it, they gonna do it. It's like monkey see, monkey do, brothers. You know, let's just say if everybody in GMS start getting lineups, the younger brothers ain't gonna follow that sentiment. Hell yeah, they gonna follow that. They gonna like, well, you know, this brother did it. I thought it was okay. Nah, it ain't okay. That's why the scriptures say, follow not a multitude to do evil. Because you're supposed to do the right thing. You know, you're around brothers. Be on your best behavior, man. Like the brother Ariella told me, the elder brother from Dallas, he said one thing, bro. He said, when you around the brotherhood, you learn a lot about yourself. And you do, because people are watching you, man. Okay, people are watching you. They're watching what you're saying, watching how you move, how you act. It may be something that you don't even know you're doing, and you may not intentionally mean to offend somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then you get rebuked for that shit, man. Like I got rebuked when I went to Texas, man. It wasn't nothing like a bad thing, you know, but it was a miscommunication thing. We all stayed in an Airbnb and shit like that, man. And every brother, you know, we didn't know, you know. So you know, it was a couple of us brothers put their bag down. Everybody was kind of picking their rooms and shit. So I went upstairs and I had my big ass bag with me. I'm like, I need to put this bag somewhere. I didn't want to just leave it out in the open so brothers can, you know, trip on it and all that other shit, man. And I asked one of the elder brothers, I'm like, hey, who got this room in here? Because I just wanted to sit my bag down. And the brother like, I don't think nobody do. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think you good. So I just set my bag in there tonight just to keep it out of the way. But ain't nobody choose this big master bedroom. So I'm like, okay, the elders, brothers already went to where they was gonna go to. My thing is, I would choose a lesser room. Everybody chose where they wanted to go. And you know, and I was like, well shit, ain't nobody sleeping in here. But in my mindset, I'm like, this room is big enough for at least 5, 6 brothers. I'm like, you know, brothers should all, you know, 5, 6 brothers should shack up in this one room. But it kind of came off the wrong way because brothers thought I kind of just took the room and, you know, and just kind of put my spirit on it. And it really wasn't even like that. But, you know, I had to get told that too because brothers didn't understand. They're like, oh, they thought you just chose it. I said, nah, what happened, I just set my bag up there. I didn't want it out in the open and with nobody up there. So I just thought it would be okay to keep it out of the way. And even when I went to bed sleep, I was like, I know I ain't the only brother that finna sleep in this room. I'm like, it's room for several more, you know? So it's just like, shit. It kind of came off as like, damn, nigga, you just think you special, don't you? Nah, that's not the case. But it's just the fact that little things like that, I could diligence in asking, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mean no harm by it, but I could have asked about it. Like, hey, bro, is it all right if I put my, you know, I did ask the elder brother, but I should have went around just to cover my, you know, cross my T's and dot my I's, just to make sure, you know, I wasn't offending anybody, even though if they wasn't. But like, nah, you good, bro. You cool. You cool. You know what I'm saying? So just little things like that you got to be mindful of. You come to brothers' homes and you come from out of town, you always want to bring something. Bring a gift. Bring some wine. I don't know. Bring anything, man. Bring some paper cups or something. You never want to show up anywhere empty-handed. You know what I'm saying? You know, same thing when you know, you with your woman and shit like that. I mean, you used to being with your woman, but at times, shit, if I'm going to grab some food and I go to the demon crib, whatever, man, I'm like, hey, you want something or X, Y, and Z? You want some X, Y, you know, just to be kind of mindful and shit. You know, that's just how we are as people. You know, and when you come to visit other camps, man, you just can't just be who you want to be. You gotta very be on point, because you never know who's a dignitary of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. You just don't know. You know, you can't just come in there forcing and lording over shit. Well, you know, this is this and this and this and that. We start a camp at a certain time. Okay, and this is what time we set up. We shouldn't have to wait on you. You know, we gonna post up. You know, let's brothers say, okay, we'll wait, and that's fine. But ultimately, if a motherfucker say, nah, we ain't waiting, then fucking accept it, man. You know, simple. We want to get in and out. We ain't trying to be standing around out there for too long because you late. Nah, unless you got the camera and shit, nah. If I'm running late and brothers feel like they got the camera in their possession, I'm like, hey, brothers, go ahead and get started. I'll be there in 10 minutes, you know. Shit, one monkey don't stop no show, man. So being mindful, man. You know, just being fucking mature. Okay, the longer you in this truth, you're supposed to grow. You know, grow. It's not all about ruling over men and making yourself heard and trying to be the best or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's not about that. In order for you to rule men and govern a nation, you got to learn how to govern yourself. And you got to know how to dissimulate between right and wrong. Also, wisdom, using wisdom. Lord ain't setting up a bunch of bums or a bunch of Satan fucking with the feed, man, but Salaki. But yeah, that's why I tell you in Acts 5, it says set up 7 men of honest report to look over the Lord's tables, man. 7 men of honest report, which means a completion. You don't want any slam ball teaching the nation of Israel, man. Like Yohana, he's a fucking sleazeball, man. He's a fucking, we got the best example in Salaki. This bullshit keep cutting out, you know. But anyway, brothers, man, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, Ba'ashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the whole select. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball.